Hi everyone, it's Miss Champagne. Okay, let us continue. All right, now we're reading from the book, 3 Business Strategies to Get Contracts and Make Profits in Africa. You go, you do, you're done. All right, now let us continue from chapter 5, and this is a big one. I love this chapter. Okay, chapter 5, the title is Do You Really Need a Local Business Partner? Let's get into it. All right, so my question, do you really need a local business partner? Here I say yes and no, and both, and no again, and yes again. So it really just depends. So here are some questions. Who can your local business partner be? How can you meet them? And how do you know if they're legit? Now, I have a story in this book. I really go into detail. If you guys want to get this book, it's on Amazon. If you want the printed version from me, you have to get the printed version from me. That's not available on Amazon. Just contact me if you want the printed version. Okay, now let me share my story with you. So when I went to Africa for the first time, went to Ghana on an African business mission. I was able to meet, when I got my survey done, I talked about that in chapter 4 in the last video. I was able to get a survey done, and there was a list of companies who took my survey and stated they needed these different skills. So I ended up calling them, and when I called one of them was a bank. I'm not gonna say which bank, and I ended up meeting my former business partner just by calling and say, hey, my name is Champagne Odin. I got a survey done and your name was on the survey. I'm coming to Ghana. I want to make sure that my services are needed, and if so, I would like to do a demo lesson with you. So I end up meeting my former Ghanaian business partner by doing that. And I'll talk more about that later on. Now, when I went to meet him, yes, okay, now when I went to meet him, everything seemed great. But the thing is, the problem that I had with him is that he had a little bit of an entitlement. And I don't only just see that in Ghana, I see that in Rwanda, and I see it in Japan. Now, just to get a little bit off topic, my company is called Jump Asia, Jump Africa, because if you know the Asian mindset of doing business, you'll understand the African mindset of doing business. This is my other book, Teaching Private Lessons in Japan, because I'm also an English teacher and corporate trainer in Japan. I talk about this in chapter 6, Students to Reconsider. So I'm really able to pick up entitled behavior immediately. Okay, now I'm going back to my other book. Okay, so this is the Africa book. Okay, now when I did my demo lesson for my former business partner, he said it was a great idea. This is great, you should do this, and then he suggested to me, hey, I think you should open up a local branch in Accra. And my thing is, okay, that's great and all, but I'm a global brand. Like, the brand is me. Like, yes, there's a company, and then there's a brand, and then there's me. So if I'm not there for the time being, nothing's getting taught. So I don't feel the need to really have a branch open if I'm not there at the branch to do the work, to do the training. I'm the trainer. So at that time, I hadn't thought of hiring other people to do training for me. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want anybody to feel that they can out-train me or, kind of push me out. No way. If I'm going to have a product or a service, it's mine. But anyways, to go back what I'm saying, he was saying that I need to get a branch in Accra because some other people, like he said, Ghanaian people really want to see that the office is really there and this and that. And I'm not disputing that. But my thing is, first of all, number one, who's going to pay for the rent? Who's going to pay for the office furniture? Who's going to pay for the receptionist to be there? I said, because I'm not paying that. Now, if you think it's a great idea, then you should pay for it. So that's my thing. Do you really need a local business partner? In this case, for myself, I would say no. Not in that case, I did not, because I'm the brand, I'm the brains, and I'm also the one holding the money as well, because I work very hard in Japan. That's how I'm able to go to Africa and the world. And another thing, what actually certifies somebody to be a local business partner? I mean, what exactly is he or she bringing to the plate? Let me share another story with you. Okay. Now, on my first business trip to Ghana, we went to some of the cocoa plantations, which was really, really cool. We went like up into the mountains. Oh my God, I loved it. Now, the guy, I forget his name, and it's somewhere in this book. Let's just say his name was Albert, okay, because I don't want to put anybody on blast. I wanted to do something in the cocoa industry, and he was suggesting that like I buy some cocoa beans, which are really, really yummy, by the way, guys. So scrumptious. But he was saying like I need to like pay $20,000 to export them, and I just looked at him like, I mean, I'm pretty good with my poker face because I've been in Japan for so long, but my inside was thinking like, are you serious? Do you honestly think I'm gonna give you $20,000 to export some beans that may or may not be exported? And who are you, you know? So my question is, do you really need a local business partner? In that case, I did not. Okay, now, and I also talk about my encounter with the Queen Mother. Now, I'm also in the works of building an orphanage in Ghana, and I was able to meet with a Queen Mother. Now, she doesn't live in Accra; she lives in another city, which I did visit her on my second visit. On the first visit, she came to visit me with some orphans, and on the first visit, she came to visit me with some orphans, and on the second visit, I went to visit her in her village, which was so lovely. Now, the Queen Mother totally checks out. She was actually introduced to me by somebody else from a Ghanaian in Japan who I trust. She checks out. The kids, they're lovely. I send money. I send school supplies. When I actually came to Africa, I brought like a suitcase full of clothes that the kids were wearing when I actually went to see them the second time. So do you really need the business partner in that sense? Yes. Because if I build, or when I build the orphanage, I'm not going to be there, so I'm going to have to trust her to run it. Trust her to make sure that everything's being taken care of, and she's a Queen Mother, so, she checks out. So these are just some stories I just want you to consider. If you want to have a local business partner, how exactly are you going to meet them? Are they trustworthy? Are they legit? Are they going to ask you for money? All right, so we're gonna stop there, and if you guys have any questions, please contact me. Until next time, bye.